Hey YouTube, I thought I'd make a little video on one of my first cameras. This is a Pentax K2. This was Pentax's flagship model in 1975, and it was also their first bayonet mount camera. It came out in 75 along with the K1000, which is sort of the ultimate student learning SLR. And I think there was another one, the KM. Compared to later SLRs that came out, this thing weighs a ton. I also own a Spotmatic, so I don't know if it's true that basically this is a Spotmatic with a bayonet mount. It's to me it feels like a complete redesign. What I like about it is it's a very reliable camera, very durable camera. I bought it about 15 years ago at a flea market for 50 bucks with a couple of extra lenses, lots of filters and other gadgetry, and I learned a lot from it. It does have an exposure meter, but other than that, you're doing everything manually, manual focus, etc., etc. Top speed on it of 1/1000th of a second. It does have depth of field preview, self-timer. It's got a nice nice film advance lever, which makes a nice crunching sound when you fire it. Mine's getting pretty old, so it's seen better days, but works great. It's got a battery check button here on the back, right there, and you push it in, I believe, with your thumbnail and let you know. Yep, there's the red light. The battery is still good. It takes two 1.5 volt button cells, which are still commonly available. Mine I think has been to Warren back. It's got the little reminder box on the back for putting the tab off the box of film, so you know what you're shooting. I never use it, and therefore I make lots of mistakes. The leatherette on it's interesting. I don't know if it's a real leatherette or whatever. Considering my camera is now heading for 40 years old, it hasn't started to peel or anything like that, which makes me wonder if it's not really leather. But it's got a nice firm grip when you hold it. I like that. You've got a hot shoe on top, and you can also use the older style flashes that plug in as well. And let's see what we got to see in the front. As I said, it's got a self timer, and in my case, all kinds of dings and dents from having been dropped over the years. I love the older style Pentax logo on the front here. That's kind of cool. All in all, it's a great little camera. What's really nice now is as film cameras become less popular, or completely unpopular now, I guess, you can find lenses all over the place for a song. I find them in thrift stores everywhere. I should make a video on how many of these Pentax came out lenses I have. This is the original Pentax neck strap with their logo on the plastic bar here. The camera's heavy, so when you wear it, it feels like you're maybe going to be guillotined or something like that, but it gets you from point A to point B. One of the oddities of this one here, though, is to change the ASA settings on it. There's a little tab right here. I believe you have to pull it up, and then you push this little band here to align it with the correct film speed that you're using. I guess over the years, lots and lots of people have complained about it. They tend to seize up a bit, and then sometimes they're very hard to change. I've had a few problems with mine. I can't remember how many years back. I did follow a tutorial I found online and oiled it, and that made a difference. It seems to be working better now. All in all, just a great little camera. It was my introduction to SLR photography. Prior to that, I'd only used point and shoot or rangefinder cameras. A lot of clunk to the shutter when you do fire it, but you know, considering that that it's 40 years old and I don't think I'll ever win any photography awards, that's okay by me too. Very satisfying sound, and a great little camera to use. At the moment, I've got a I don't know why, but I've got a casino lens on there, and it's not a bad lens. It's let's see, 50 millimeter f.18 lens, so a fairly fast lens. I think that was on a crappy Casino camera I bought for about $5 one time. The camera didn't work, but I found the lens actually, if anything, superior to the Pentax lens, so I've been using it. And I've got a Tamron teleconverter on here. I'm not sure why that's even on there because I don't like teleconverters that much. But again, there was something else I probably picked up for 50 cents or $1 at a yard sale. So like I say, these old Pentaxes, lots of good accessories for very little money. What's interesting too is the fact that some of these Pentax K-mount lenses can be used on the Pentax digital SLRs of today. Obviously, you have to manually focus them, but you know, here it is almost 40 years later, and they're still usable on current release cameras. Pretty cool, if you ask me. Anyway, everyone have a